In today's video, I'm going to be discussing Social Security's response to a piece of legislation that was recently introduced that would increase checks for millions of beneficiaries and apply some other changes to the Social Security program. That's the focus of the video. Let's talk through the details. All right, now if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, you know there are multiple pieces of legislation out there right now to change Social Security, to raise taxes, to raise benefits, to adjust the COLA and the way the COLA is calculated, as well as lifting the full retirement age. And again, the list goes on and on. I could sit here for a very long time talking about all the different pieces of legislation and all the parameters out there right now to change Social Security as a whole. And we do know, and again, as I've said so many times before in other videos, we know that Social Security reform is coming at some point. We don't know when, we don't know what the changes are going to be, but we do know that there will be changes to Social Security, which is why we need to continue watching it very, very closely, because this will impact the checks and the beneficiaries to some degree as well. Either way, I want to talk about the details of a new piece of legislation that was reintroduced just a few days ago and what this means for beneficiaries, as well as Social Security's response to this legislation and exactly what they believe would do to the Social Security program and benefits for millions of beneficiaries. So you've heard me talk about this piece of legislation before in other videos. It is not one that I've talked about many times, but it is one that I've brought up at least once or twice before in other videos. But this is another one, and again, it's a good one that's out there, and this is going to be pretty good for beneficiaries as well. However, it was introduced by Representative Angie Craig in the House of Representatives, obviously, and it is called You Earned It, You Keep It Act, which, by the way, if you'd like to look it up, by all means, do some research on it. That is why I give you the names of these pieces of legislation. But what is the premise behind this one? What is the duty of this legislation? Number one, it is to repeal federal taxes on Social Security benefits. So that's exactly what Angie Craig is talking about here, is we should remove double taxation on Social Security, because that's exactly what it is. You pay in through Social Security payroll taxes basically through your entire working life, every single paycheck, every single pay period. Look at your pay stub, and there it goes. It goes out in the form of FICA taxes. That is out to Social Security and to Medicare, right? Those are the taxes that come out of literally every single paycheck your entire life, right? So we pay in that way, and then when you start receiving benefits, if your income is at a certain level, then you get taxed again. So there's actually multiple pieces of legislation out there right now to repeal federal taxes on Social Security benefits, and this is one of them. Again, You Earned It, You Keep It Act, introduced by Angie Craig in the House of Representatives. However, so that is one of the provisions, but next, they also want to raise taxes on higher income individuals. So let me tell you the details about this. So within this piece of legislation, she wants to increase taxes on those individuals who earn over $250,000. Now, maybe you've heard me talk about this before as well. Bernie Sanders, in his Social Security Expansion Act, they want to do the exact same thing as there as well. And what the president has in his plan, again, his four-pronged plan to expand Social Security, again, raising taxes on higher income people. We've seen this one all over the place out there. It is in a multiple piece of legislation to raise taxes on higher income people. But that's exactly what they want to do here in this legislation as well. The You Earned It, You Keep It Act is raise taxes on those people earning at least $250,000 or more. So as of right now, in 2024, as I record this video, maximum taxable earnings, as in how much income you can have, that would be taxable by Social Security. Any income above this threshold is no longer taxable by Social Security. Right now, it's $168,600. So any income up to that level is all taxable by Social Security. Any income above, as of right now in 2024, $168,600 is no longer taxable by Social Security. It is taxable by Medicare, but not Social Security. And that's exactly what some of these lawmakers want to change. So, long story short here, Social Security response to this legislation finds that even if they reduced taxes on Social Security benefits, as in they no longer taxed, as in on the federal level, Social Security benefits, which, side note here, some states do still tax Social Security benefits. So this is just the federal level. But you got to understand what state you're into as well, because even if they repeal federal taxes on Social Security benefits, there's still a handful of states out there that are still taxing your Social Security benefits. So just be aware of that as well, right? But anyway, even if they repeal federal taxes on these Social Security benefits, this would simply mean higher checks or basically more money into the pockets of beneficiaries. And they even find that even repealing these taxes on benefits, this would actually increase the livelihood and expand Social Security for many more years into the future. So in other words, just by simply raising taxes on higher income people, they find that this would actually extend the longevity of the Social Security program for many more years into the future. So basically more tax revenues is what they're talking about here, right? So here's another thing as well. A report that came out, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, 2-3 months ago or so. I talked about it in a separate video as well. Interesting, but last year alone, Social Security collected $49 billion in taxes just on Social Security benefits. I'm not talking payroll taxes, I'm talking beneficiaries who got payments, right? You got Social Security benefits, and then they recollected $49 billion worth of taxes on those benefits. So that's nuts. That's a lot of money that they're getting back from beneficiaries. So as a lot of you say down below in the comment section, as I see all the time, they give it with one hand and they take it back with two. Well, that's exactly what we're seeing here, right? The taxation of Social Security benefits. So there's many pieces of legislation out there to do exactly this, remove federal taxes on Social Security benefits. And this is just another one that we want to continue watching. So one more thing I want to reiterate really fast here. I don't know if they're going to do this, okay? I don't have a clue if they're going to pass this or not. Nobody knows. Even lawmakers don't have an idea if they're actually going to do this or not, right? We don't know. We just have an idea that what is being introduced is something that's potentially on the table for potential changes to Social Security. So as a result of that, we need to continue watching all of these pieces of legislation. You know, I've seen comments down below in the comment section on previous videos. Sometimes some people reach out and say, don't tell us about this stuff unless it's passing. Okay, I guess I could do that, but I'm not sure about you, but I guess I want to see what may be coming and what may be impacting our benefits. To me, that's very important. Maybe not to everybody, but to me, I want to know what may be coming, okay? It's like, I was going to give a bad analogy. Okay? I'm not going to say that, actually. It's just, it's not a good analogy. But you get my point, right? You probably want to have an idea of what's coming and what may impact your money or your benefits. So that's just why I bring you these details. Here's the thing. We know that Social Security is going to change. How? Unfortunately, we don't know that yet. That's the scary part. Lawmakers, do they have our best interest in mind? I'm going to say this much. Probably not, right? Probably not. Okay, we've seen this many times before with other legislation pieces out there. We generally see that a lot of times their best interests and what keeps them a job called staying in Congress probably is in their best interest a lot of the time. Now, obviously, they are there to work in our best interest as, the American people, as a country as a whole, things like this, but we got to look at the big picture here. What may be coming that's going to upset benefits? So anyway, I want to bring this to your attention really quickly here. If you have not done so yet, subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Share the video with your friends on social media. There's a share button right down below as well. Otherwise, go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including the thousands I have in the video library or those that I have hand selected down below in the description or at the top of the comment section. And that's about it. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.